Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here, Signature Esports, and a pleasure to have you live at Joshua. We'll count down to great action presented by Lunatic Designs. Keegan Lunatic giving you all your needs when it comes to wraps and merch design. It is Nashville Super Speedway, the WBD Diecast. WBD Diecast absolutely on board tonight. The Truck Series for SIM500 as we are ready to get to it. Drivers are out there warming up, and I'll tell you what, I'm ready for a fantastic race. Week 12 for the drivers here tonight as we look at it. 110 laps, 4 sets of tires, 100% fuel, no fast repair. WBD Diecast on Facebook if you want to check them out as we look to be cool, calm, and collected, right? 77 degrees on the air temperature, 79 degrees on the track temperature here at One Love Sunset Skies, 78% humidity, partly cloudy skies, 6 mile an hour wind. Janking it up, sim500.com if you want to be a part of what's going on out there. I encourage you to check out sim500.com because you can keep up on the points, you can keep up on everything that's going on, and you can give everybody, you know, the best in the biz and all that stuff. OBS had an update, so I'm actually, it's weirdly, I haven't had to manually, my Stream Deck has been the source of my tools for a long time, and I'm having to do everything manually, so, you know, things tick over a little slower. It's what it is. Mr. Van Ness, thank you for the like. Sim500 giving us shares out there everywhere we go. We appreciate everybody for their hospitality and doing so. Thank you very much. Thank you to our new subscribers out there on YouTube. Thank you to everybody who has put in some hashtag energy. It's absolutely insane. So, yeah, Nashville Super Speedway. It is. It's a very flat track, concrete surface, a little bit of different banking, a little bit of different. It's just one of those tracks that screams you go slow and you go fast all at the same time. Fast on the straightaways, you're out of the throttle more than you would think on the inside lane on the bottom of this racetrack. I mean, you go from, 170, 180 on the straightaways to 140. That's a 40 mile an hour difference into the corner. Normally we see these trucks about a 150, 152, 155 into the corners on the mile and a half racing surfaces. But to see them get down to about 140 is it's interesting. And but this track runs like a short track and an intermediate track at the same time. It has its own dynamic, and I can't wait to be able to get out there and finish and call this race for week 12. It's absolutely insane. So if you want to be a part of the SIM500 series, again, sim500.com, you can check out the WBD Diecast Customs Truck Series, and you can get a look at their race schedule through week 12. Nashville Super Speedway tonight. Michigan International Speedway is going to be next week, and we're going to go to Pocono and then Darlington, and then we will get into Lucas Oil, Chicagoland, Atlanta for the final of the regular season. We have a couple of weeks where they're going to be running some playoff races, and we'll end this series somewhere around December 17th. So if you can't get in this week and you can't get into the series before they get into the playoffs, well then you might check out what they're going to be doing for the next season when it comes to Wednesday night racing. Friday night Gen 4 series is on board as well. If you haven't checked out the Midnight Thunder series, we're going to be starting that back up for week 1. Homestead Miami Speedway, you can join that series. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free to run. Homestead's going to be this Friday. Session goes live at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, qualifying at 11:50. And then the race will get running up at about 11:55. Fixed setups for those out there. 2 sets of tires, 2 green and white checkered attempts. Shorter races than what this race is, but it is an absolute blast to be able to see. So the Gen 4 series and the Midnight Thunder series running their 34th iteration of that as they get ready to start that this Friday. So if you want to be a part of that, we're in some late night racing. Friday nights are on board. Starting grid tonight, Justin Fuller looking to knock it down and keep those flat tracks working for him. Here with David Schildhouse to his outside. Justin Fuller has 4 wins of the series, and it's his second pole of the WBD Diecast Truck Series. It's been a good season for him. Leads in the point standings over David Schildhouse by 71 points, 73 to Chad Coleman. So looking for that regular season championship. Still in the hunt for it. We still have 6 races left until they crown that regular season champion, and that includes this race. Troy Height's going to be out there with Tyler Dalton, row number 2. Tommy Ryan, Ty Bassett, row number 3. Robert Fryery III is going to be out there in row number 4. Rich Swavely, J.P. Phillips, Mike Montezi are going to be out there at row number 5. Nelson Rivera, Alex Bryson at row number 6. Row 7 is going to be Nelson Rivera and Bentley Glazer. Row 8 is going to be Bentley Glazer and Jeff Ryan in row 7. Apologies about that. Eric Arnold, Chad Coleman in row 8. Stephen Harlow is going to be out there with E.J. O'Rourke in row number 9. Randy Yoakum and Jason Karlavich are going to be out there in row number 10. Ryan Padal, Logan Kogar in row 11. Nick Silver is going to be out there. You just subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate that very much. Bobby Wetzel to his outside as we move on down. Brian Macklin, Kevin Stone, Charles Woods, Ron Holyfield, Joey Gentina is going to be out there with Joe Hudson. Justin Knobloch's going to be out there with Mark Jorgensen Jr., Stephen Miles, Doug Sigmund, Brian Workman, Mark Schrader, and then Jared Livingston, your 37th driver tonight, as the drivers look to be fantastic. Fuller leads them around. Pace Truck's going to make the sharp left-hand turn onto pit road, and we are going to see a green flag run for 110 laps. Drivers are ready. I'm ready. You're ready. Let's do it. We're going. We're green. Oh, early caution. Nick Silver, Mark Jorgensen Jr., Bentley Glazer, all involved as they'll settle in here for WBD Diecast. Looks like here's the 88.55 coming around, and we'll see just what we were going to see here. Joey Gentina right there. Looks like 38 and a 6. Yeah, that was right there in the middle of all that. So drivers are going to have to whoa up. As 88 gets a little bit of nose damage. Man, oh man. That was, there's Bentley Glazer right there. Let's go back just a little bit and see how that entered into the corner. Right here on the yellow flag. There's, like he just got a little bit free. So 36 gets into the corner. A little bit free right there. Everybody hard on the brakes, trying to whoa up there, and drivers trying to hold on. They're the early part of this one. So, a quick look and a quick run at it. And I need to make sure that we are on the right replay here, so bear with me. I want that to be the 1080, not the 1440. Save that project. Okay, all right. Drivers going to pace around. We're going to see a couple of drivers coming around here as the pace truck leads them around. Justin Fuller, still your race leader. Schildhouse will be in second. Dalton, Height, Ryan, Bass, Fryery, Swavely, Phillips, Montezi. As we see a couple of drivers come in. Jorgensen Jr. Looks to be okay. His the nose of the truck seems to be looking all right. Mark Schrader's going to be in the out, so there's Joey Gentina right behind him. Let's take a look at Joey Gentina. Looks fine. The nose of the 88 looks to be okay as well. We'll see who does what, who's going to come to pit road, if anybody else is going to choose to do so. Knobloch came to pit road. Stephen Miles in, maybe just to top off on fuel. That was on lap 2. Right now, Ryan Workman to pit road. Joe Hudson in on pit road in the 23. So far, so good. All right, drivers ready? I'm ready. Lights are going to be off of the pace track. Couple of pace laps here. Nothing too extravagant. You don't normally see the 5-lap pace laps on the 1.3 mile super speedway style race. Even though it's crowned a super speedway, it doesn't run the traditional 2.6 mile or 2.5 mile super speedway style racing. That was another thing that I was interested in, because Indianapolis Motor Speedway is not considered a super speedway, in its size, but that is because it has 4 different turns. Nashville Super Speedway, it's naming, it's the homage, it's the naming, right? I think that's it. That's what we see. I do need to get up there, and I need to. Make sure we're good to go. We're green. Fuller, Schildhouse, Tyler Dalton, Tommy Ryan, Troy Height back 2 spots here on the restart of this race. Ty Bass on the 24 to the outside. 2 of Robert Fryery the third, digging on the inside. Got the nose down in. Got to make up some ground quickly here. Schildhouse battling for the lead with Justin Fuller. Fuller's throttle up, really good, able to clear. Able to utilize the outside lane, 20 down to the bottom. And the flatter the racetrack, the better that some of the short track specialists like. 20 right back to the back bumper on the back straightaway. And a good battle into the corner. 41 of E.J. O'Rourke side by side with the 38. 60 of Karlavish to the outside. Logan Kogar, the 18, digging on the inside. 6 of 110 being completed, as we'll see door to door. 17. Kevin Stone. That's the 50 just behind Nick Silver. 45-18 on the I rating, down into the corner. 8 of Randy Yoakum up on the outside, door to door. 5-0-17. And the 8 all packed into 1. Stephen Miles, 9 spots gained early. Schrader up 8. Jorgensen Jr. down to the bottom has Joey Jatina just ahead. Joey off a spot. Going to run that 30th spot, try to make it happen. Schildhouse to the lead. Tyler Dalton cleared by Fuller. Fuller gave a little bit of room there, but I'll tell you what, he's not going to give up too many spots, but he'll go into tire saving mode for a little while here. We'll see how this one will stretch out. 99 to the back bumper of the 5-1. Tommy Ryan, bumper to bumper. Chevrolet's lead. Fuller of the Toyota. First Ford in the field is going to be Robert Fryery, the third, back of that number 2. We'll see Nelson Rivera, Rich Swavely, and they work. Driver cams up tonight. And the beautiful Rich Swavely, they're ready to work. Got a new paint on board, a little Megadeth on board with the 32. A little door-to-door, 4 to the inside of Montezi, 83 just behind Alex Bryson, trying to utilize that inside lane. Momentum is on their side. How about the 6? It's not out there ready to go. Oh, caution comes out. They go sideways. J.P. Phillips, Brian Macklin. The 6 of Stephen Harlow is on your screen right now, able to stop the truck and keep himself at bay. Looks to be looking all right. The caution comes back out here. Robert Fryer the third, Bass involved, Troy Height, Brian Macklin, Brian Pinau, all involved. We'll go back to the main screen. We'll take a look at what happened here. Ooh, just a checkup on the bottom side. Looked like it was kind of that bumper-to-bumper thing. 24 of Ty Bass right here. Goes to get into the corner. Fuller down into the corner, 46. 46 checks up. 24 still had the nose down there. J.P. Phillips in it. The 2. So 4 trucks. Oh, somebody got into him. That was the 21 of Brian Pinal, trying to avoid all that carnage, and found himself involved. Backs up to the 30 of Brian Macklin there just a little bit. Here's again Brian Pinal's point of view. Trying to whoa up. Just couldn't get it done. Holy cow. Thank you, Budgie. Thank you, everybody, for being out there. If you haven't done so, reach up, hit that like button for me. Thank you, Budgie. You're amazing. Appreciate you being out there on Twitch, giving us good love, some good support. We appreciate that very much. Stephen Harlow in 25th. Jorgensen Jr. up 8 now. Hard charger. Go across the board. Looks to be 16 spots gained. Stephen Miles up 16. Tyler Dalton working. Justin Fuller off 3. Gonna restart outside lane as Tyler Dalton has taken over the lead here over David Schildhouse. Spots gained for the drivers. Tyler Dalton swapped positions with Justin Fuller. Both drivers off 3, up or off 3 from the start of the race. See, Knobloch up 10. Bass Friary, 25 spots lost there. 21 for Glazer, who's looking to be on pit road. Stephen Miles normally runs the 24 on his trucks. Got the 31 on today. But make sure that I think drivers, I don't think their driver number, I'm pretty sure the driver number is assigned to them, but, you know, if you have a preferred number that you're running, iRacing sometimes picks that if you load into a session over another driver, so we'll have to just kind of see. 19, 20, 99, 5, 1, 22 in the 4, 83, 38, 3 in the 41. That'll be your top 10 as we look to its second caution of the race, 12 laps in. Let's see who's got what. Who's going to be able to do what here is some damage getting fixed. Brian Macklin, one of those drivers back here, 30 seconds, damage fixed for that driver. Joe Hudson coming off pit road. Just trying to make sure he's got enough fuel to make it around this one. You could run quite a few laps, but the fuel mileage is still something they're going to still need to see a green flag pit stop with, or at least one pit stop about halfway through this race. Maybe a little further now that we've seen some drivers come to pit road. Dalton, Schildhouse, Ryan, Fuller. Base trucks in. And we'll be on it. On that Donkey Kong. Wait for the restart zone. They're going. They're green. 19 had a little wiggle on the restart there, but he's good to go. WBD Diecast SIM500 back underway here. 14 of 110 to be completed. A hold on to your butt moment. Oh, caution back out. Joey Jatina, Gerald Livingston, Charles Woods off track here. It's a big pile up here in the middle of the corner. There's Charles Woods on the outside. He's 3 wide, 5'5" on the bottom, and 25 there as well. 98 is there. The little net code struck that one up. 96 into the back. The 98, the 48. Mark Schrader went around. Oof. Oof. He was trying to, oof. And the 04. Joey Jatina backwards to see what happened to Joey here. 96 into the back of him. And carnage here in the back of this race. Livingston backwards. Brian Workman coming around. Brian Workman tail of the field. Racing for souls for the 74. Tyler Dalton still your race leader. Schildhouse in second. Tommy Ryan's going to be in third. Justin Fuller in fourth. Nelson Rivera will be in fifth. Third caution of this race. Couple of cautions to open it up with. It's about crazy. Refresh what was going on Twitch there. Yeesh. All right, we'll be back at it here in just a moment. Excuse me. Auto drivers coming into pit road, getting some things taken care of. Bentley Glazer coming around. He's going to be fine. Roy Height seeing a different look on the trucks. Still had some damage there. Fryer the third. And now Charles Woods. So some drivers leaving pit road. So we'll see who's going to be able to do what here. Mark Schrader, one of those drivers as well. Ron Holyfield on pit road. Joey Chatina getting a lot more taken care of here. We'll go a lap down. Tyler Dalton. We'll go lights off on the Pace truck, and he will take that inside lane. 20 on the outside. 33.51. We'll see the 22.83 again here through that third row. Montesi, Chad Coleman, E.J. O'Rourke, Jeff Ryan will be your top 10. Stephen Miles still at 15 spots, and still your hard charger currently as he looks to make it happen. WBD Diecast, the Customs Nashville, third caution of the race. 19 of the 20, the 99, the 5-1. 83, 22, 4, 38, 41, 3. 35 of the 9, back up there as well. Bobby Wetzel at 12. How's everybody's Kansas week going so far? We'd like to see it, like to hear it, like to make sure that we're all gravy on it. We're green. $19 to the 20. 20 back on the outside, trying to back up the corner. 5-1 there with the 99. Out of the corner they go. Schildhouse to Tyler Dalton. Tyler Dalton back on the inside. 5-1 to push the 20. Order out for the 19. 19's going to be up and try to make it work. Schildhouse try to lead on the outside lane. We'll lead that lap by a nose. Right now, drivers working second lane. 19 trying to exit. Forces the 20 up near the wall. Run for the 20. Schildhouse to the bottom side. 19 there as well. 19 trying to get clear of the 20. 20's going to run. Has to get out of the gas again. 19 trying to clear up. 20 to the outside. 99 down to block the 5-1. 5-1 gets the run on the 99. And Tyler Dalton going to work. Schildhouse down to the bottom side. 99 to the outside. 20 to the back bumper. Bump draft down to the back straightaway. Battle for the lead is on. Nelson Rivera back into the mix. He's got a good look ahead of him. Everybody trying to work forward. Caution comes back out. Bentley Glazer, Jason Karlavage. 88 Nick codes to Randy Yoakum. And then, boom, big pileup. Oh, man. Go back here. I don't know don't think there was net code there. 88 was on the inside of the 8. Oh, no, maybe both drivers kind of lifted up. Randy Yoakum. Let's go back. We're going to slow it down. Randy is right here. Let me close it in when we get in the corner. Looked like there was net code out of the gas for the 88. Well, 8 just gets a little tight there. 60 is there as well. Let me back up for Jason. Jason was coming down into the corner. Karlavich here. Those two get into the corner. Just out of the gas, and those two were still into the gas. 17, the 5.5, the 6. This one turned it into... It's turned into the Derby. The Super Speedway Derby. Nashville giving some fits to the drivers. 4th caution of the race. Tyler Dalton, your race leader. Schildhouse in 2nd. Tommy Ryan, Justin Fuller, Nelson Rivera, E.J. O'Rourke. Stephen Miles up 19. And Troy Height on pit road. So drivers going to be kind of looking where pit road's going to work. Randy Yoakum able to come off pit road. About 20 seconds worth of damage. Charles Woods going to be able to leave as well. Gerald Livingston, 51 seconds of damage fixed. Jason got one of the worst ends of that one. Ryan Pinal, Knobloch coming off pit road. Pinal still there. Ron Holyfield is coming to pit road. Believe he got one of his laps back. Tyler Dalton will take him back to it. Roy coming around is going to be still dealing with a little bit of nose, a little rear damage. Workman back to pit road, top it off on fuel. Man, oh man. Next week, Michigan International. It's going to be a great race. Fuller got to work his way back forward to the track for him. Tyler Dalton, get ready for that restart. All working. Penny Strong's going to get the sharp left-hand turn on to pit road, and we'll do it again. All right, we're going. We're green. Somebody went for a ride in the grass back here. It was Randy Yoakum. Just got free. 98 able to hold on to it. Able to save the truck. He's going to be able to get back up there and running. He is still trying to get out of the grass here. Going to go a lap down, heading toward pit road. Tyler Dalton to Tommy Ryan, Schildhouse, and Justin Fuller. The 22 to the back bumper. Sorry, the 41 to the back bumper to the 22. 83 on the inside. Montezi there as well. There's Eric Arnold to the 35, up 6. SIM500 to Orchid. Nick Silver up 12. Stephen Miles Having a good race. Jorgensen Jr. up 19. Miles up 21. Drivers drop into the corner. 3 to the outside. Jeff Ryan. It's going to be high on the racing surface. Logan Kogar going to utilize the wall here to be able to make that manage. Steven Miles dropping into the corner ahead of Mark Jorgensen Jr. 24 to the back bumper to the 50. To the inside. 24 will have the inside lane. Utilizing that bottom side to try to make the truck turn on the front straightaway to have a little extra speed. 50 to the 24. 24 will work it. Little wall tap ahead of him. The inside, try to make it work. Tyler Dalton, Tommy Ryan. How about E.J. O'Rourke just behind? Eric Arno into the wall, 50. Clears down on the 24. 88 to the back bumper to the 24. Right on with E.J. O'Rourke, 50 to the outside, on the inside. 38's there as well. The race line is not quite moved up just yet. 29 of 110. 50 double breaks and double sends the corner. Right now, Schildhouse to Justin Fuller. About a second back for those two drivers as Tyler Dalton tries to keep that inside lane, hug that yellow line, rip the bottom, and try to pull away from the drivers behind. Schildhouse closing in just a touch here as Nelson Rivera, Eric Arnold side by side. Chad Coleman backing up the corner down to the bottom. Silver up 13. We're all seeing good things, folks. Good things. We've got strung out now. The racing still hard pressed. Patience is everything right now to be able to let the tires come to the drivers. 22 of Nelson Rivera loses a spot to Eric Arnold as the 24 goes back to the inside. Steven Miles going to work on the 50. 22. That's the part about this this racetrack that's very interesting. You start seeing that once you lose that inside lane, and if the tires are with the drivers, that defensive line, you try to utilize a lot of the race line to play defense. Right now, 22 to the 50, side by side, Rivera losing spots because the inside lane is stacked up on him. 88 working. 88 to the outside of the 24. 88 wall tap. 24 bottom. 88 looking for a lane right behind. Tyler Dalton, still 3/10 of a second. Schildhouse closing in. Justin Fuller, concept still the same. 31 flat for Tyler Dalton, 31-10 for Tommy Ryan, 31 flat for Schildhouse and Fuller. About the same. Last time for the drivers, you'll see it on your screen. Eric Arnold, a sub 31, the same. Everybody trying to work their magic. Nelson Rivera seeing Steven Miles work. Ty Bass off 11, trying to work his way back forward. He's the one that's got the 24 on his number, usually in a couple of different ones. J.P. Phillips off 10 to 34. Asking, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Well, he wants to win a race. That's what he wants. Stephen Harlow off 3 from the start of the race. Still going. Still having a magical day. I say magical day. He's having a day that he wants to make better. Now coming to pit road. Harlow got a win at the road course just a couple of weeks ago. Swavely getting a win. Last week at Charlotte, Harlow won the week before. So trying to get had the road course stuff settled in. Trying to get the rest of it to work just for himself again. as we go to work. Again, Rich Swavely, confidence building, able to win last week and better do the same thing this week. Did a good spot. He's off 6 from the start of the race. Had a good qualifying effort. Qualified inside the top 10 and 8th. And now trying not to work too hard to move forward. Brian Macklin, though, he's back up to the mix as well. So tough to get clear, but the 32 doing a great job. Jorgensen Jr., Stephen Miles, Brian Macklin all over the back bumper. Same concept for the 24. He draws to the right rear quarter panel of the 88 down the back straightaway. 30 trying to help and manage that gap on the inside lane. 24's got to break out of the corner. Has been running dead even, and now the 24 all the way to the bottom as the 30 deadlock, 30 to the inside of the 88. Brian Macklin in on 21 has the freshest tires of the drivers out there, 39 of 110. Cannot make it to the end, but does have kind of a slight advantage over what's going on here. So Brian Macklin doing a great job, choosing to get himself an advantage here that matters. And right now, Tommy Ryan, the Tyler Dalton, 3/10 of a second, 48 up and out of the corner. 19's going to draw dead near the 48. Can he get to the straightaway and be able to drop into the corner and leave the 48 kind of middle race line here? The exit for the corner. We'll see the 5-1. Woo! 5-1. Able to pull a little bit there. Alex Bryson up 7. 83 working. Mark Schrader's going to be a lap down, I do believe. I think, yeah, just one lap down for Schrader. Harold Livingston, the next driver in danger of going a lap down. Going to be right behind the 25. That's the 25 of Ron Holyfield. Holyfield spent some time, got the truck fixed, now back out there working. Shatina, the only driver out of the race. The rest of the drivers getting it fixed. Block Pinal. Block of the 5-5. Brian Pinal on the 21. Still working on finding some parts that are missing for the truck and making it happen. And much love to the Budgie Bear, the budgiest of budgies. David Schildhouse trying to work his way forward right now. 31.53. Bryson, Eric Arnold, Mike Montesi, Brian Macklin. Still able to turn the corner and is cleared all the way up to 9th. Nick Silver in the 50. Philip 13. Jorgensen Jr., Stephen Miles, both drivers who are hard chargers so far. Rich Swavely is off 6, but he's working right back to the back bumper of Nelson Rivera. Ty Bass, same concept. For that bad boy, I'm excited. We're going to take a hydrate break and be right back in just a moment. The racing is still on for the WBD Diecast Truck Series here from SIM500. Thank you for the hydrate and stretch, Budgie. I appreciate you. Sorry about that, folks. A little bit extra going on there. Tommy Ryan has taken over the lead. Fuller's up to third. Schildhouse back to fourth. Tyler Dalton off 2. And Tommy Ryan has saved quite a bit here, trying to make things work, make things happen. And has been absolutely kicking butt, taking names. Tommy Ryan, Tyler Dalton, Justin Fuller here at Nashville, halfway through this one. Mark Jorgensen Jr. has made it up to 9th. He's there to the inside of Mike Montesi. Got to make that pass, getting into the corner. 35 of Eric Arnold. Stephen Miles still sitting at about 12th. Going to save a little bit here. Rich Swavely side by side with the 22. The two Fords going at it here. Chad Coleman, first Ford inside the top 10 as Jorgensen Jr. trying to work. Priory in on pit road, getting his stop taken care of. The halfway mark is a good mark for some drivers who are getting close to that marker of needing to come to pit road. We've had a couple of cautions in the early going, so that'll change. Will change a couple of things. Nick Silver at 13. As Eric Arnold in 9th, 24, trying to work on the 4. Stephen Miles, 21 spots gained. Jorgensen Jr. cleared out as we continue to work. Saturday night game night. We're going to be doing a little game night this Saturday. We're going to get some of the fine folks in Discord and have some fun. Bentley Glazer, the 21 to the 34. The 6 of Stephen Harlow up 2. Charles Woods up 7. Here's Brian Workman up. All right. Something happened with the microphone there. I don't know what was going on. OBS had an update. We had some issues going on there. Yeah, I lost the mic. We're gonna fix that as soon as I'm done here. I'm gonna get myself. I'm gonna fix that as soon as I'm done. So we won't continue to have the stream on throughout tonight. We're gonna fix what's going on there. Tommy Ryan, Tyler Dalton, Justin Fuller, Schildhouse, all within 1.3 of each other. Rich Swavely coming to pit road. Richard taking the first of his green flag pit stops, and so these drivers are ready. 47 laps to go. We'll fix that. Thank you, Budgie. Yeah, the mic just disconnected. I heard it in the headset, and we'll get that fixed as soon as I'm done here. So I do apologize about the mic dropping out there. Not a clue. Not a clue. actually. If I've got enough time, it might be something I have to look at. All right, everybody's doing the thing, right? Yeah, we're doing the thing. All right. Tommy Ryan coming to pit road. Justin Fuller, Alex Bryson in as well. But Justin Fuller out front currently. David Schildhouse will be second. Chad Coleman third. Brian Macklin's going to be in tow. Stephen Harlow, Tyler Dalton coming off pit road. So only going to be a lap down. Arlavich out of the race. Holyfield, Canal, 11 and 12 laps down. Now Block's going to be 20 laps down. Tyler Dalton coming off pit road. It's going to be up to speed. New tires, 3 wide. 4 to the outside, across the nose of the 4. Oh, no. Mike Montezi across the nose of Tyler Dalton. Tyler Dalton. The 4 was following the 2 there. The 19 coming off pit road was up to speed. 3 wide here. The 19 stays into the corner. The 4, was he clear at any point there? He was not clear. Tyler Dalton should have had the inside corner. The 4 was coming down, and that's all she wrote. Tyler Dalton will not get the lucky dog there because he was involved in the caution. We'll have to wait for a free pass if he can get one. Jorgensen Jr. came in on 67. 68 for David Schildhouse. He will be your lucky dog. The Justin Fuller catching a break here and will be your race leader coming to pit road. David Schildhouse is your race leader. See the 32 of Rick Swavely back there as well. Schildhouse kept it on 68. Was able to get his lap back pretty quickly there. All right. With the 20 and the 5-1, Chad Coleman, Stephen Harlow. His drivers came in on 69, so the driver staying out made a good choice. Robert Fryery, the third, is going to be in 13th. First driver off the lead lap. Going to be Mark Schrader. It looks like he is on pit road. Randy Yoakum ready to go. Jorgensen Jr. back here tailing the longest line for a couple of these drivers. He came in at 67. Rick Arnold came in on 70, freshest tires. All right. Yeah. Tyler Dalton will restart 19th. As we'll see Mark Schrader leave pit road. Kevin Stone back here. Ron Holyfield top line behind the 9 of Bobby Wetzel. Schildhouse and Fuller. Extended caution will be good to go. All right, drivers ready to go. I'm ready to go. You're ready to go. Let's do the thing. Schildhouse, Fuller, Stephen Harlow, Chad Coleman, 5th caution of the race. Here at about the just over the halfway mark for the majority of these drivers. We'll have 37 laps to go when we go back to it. Schildhouse on the bottom, Fuller on the outside. Timing will be everything here. Difference on tires, 1 lap. Schildhouse outside, bottom side now, 5-1 working. Justin Fuller looking for his 5th win. It's a little sketch on the corner. Chad Coleman to the bottom. Brian Macklin, oh baby, they're parked on the bottom side of the racetrack back there. Jorgensen Jr. Stephen Miles had to leave the track. Here's what happened. The 8 of Randy Yoakum was free, and Jorgensen, that was such a difference in speed coming around the corner. Had somebody on the inside that chose not to take him out, so Wishing for some better luck for the drivers. 75 of 110 being completed. Jorgensen to pit road. '20 working. 5-1 in tow. Justin Fuller, 30:42, his fastest lap of the race. Friery the third. Something happened to Robert. 5-1 to the 30. Brian Macklin has worked his way back into the field. A good look as they go down into the corner. '23 spots gained. Brian Workman, 26. And the 6 of Stephen Harlow inside the top 5. Such a finesse track. Look over the deck lid here, the Ty Bass and that Toyota going to run with an inside lane. Doing more to make it happen. 6 doubles the braking zone up. Watch the drive into the corner. And the exit up high, all the way down to the bottom. Decently managing here. Swavely is a lap down, trying to battle his way back forward. He's the first driver a lap down, it looks to be. Got to be that lucky dog. He sits in 20th. It's all because of green flag pit stops. He came in on 62 and was behind the field a little bit here. Up and out of the corner. Stephen Miles back to 19th of 50. Going to work his way forward. Rich back to the inside on Nick Silver. Childhouse to Fuller, a 10th separating the two drivers. Fuller really good in this truck series. Brian Macklin has gotten to third. Kind of stayed there. Drivers are backing up the corner. Race recap so far, 81 of 110 being completed. Schildhouse, your race leader, with 29 laps to go. 5 cautions for 17 laps, and then they've had 5 different lead changes. It has been amazing. 73 degrees on the air temperature right now. The wind out of the northeast at 2 miles an hour. Humidity is at 90%. Which is almost certainty for rain, but no rain on the oval side of things as we continue to go to work. David Schildhouse out there. He is your race leader. 16 laps led. Justin Fuller's led a couple himself. Double digits for that driver, trying to get back out there working. Tyler Dalton, who's in 12th right now, led 39 laps, most laps led of any driver so far. And the fastest lap of the race, still belonging to, I believe it was Justin. Nope. Not Black. 30 points. Nope. EJ O'Rourke, 30.33. I don't see a 30.2 anywhere. So his fastest lap at 154 miles an hour, 30.327 so far. in this race. Nobody's really been able to get there. So far, so good. 41 working. Schildhouse still your race leader. Fuller to the inside. Schildhouse able to manage the defense. Fuller setting up the corner. Brian Macklin working back to it. 25 laps to go. Stephen Miles back to 19th. Still up 14 spots, but has some significant nose damage with the contact that had happened there with Randy Yoakum into the 88. It looks to be fine, though, but it might be just driving like a pain in the butt. This last lap at 31:33, trying to track down Jeff Ryan there. Eric Arnold had a big blink there. Should be fine, though. Charles Woods trying to clear the 35 of Eric Arnold. Ed Coleman, Stephen Harlow, door to door. Harlow up, 38 still clear. Ty Bass down to the bottom. Get the read on the inside. Stephen Harlow had the inside corner on the 38. And this is where Ulta, oh, baby, the 48 up high. 3 wide, middle lane. Sticks is going to be able to turn down the corner. Bass is going to short shoot there. Sticks is going to be able to play defense, and that he'll hold on to 5th here. Joe Hudson, the 23, working his way forward. Little Air Force on board. 23 spots gain. Hard charger tonight. Has played itself nice, cool, calm, and collected. And right now, 22 laps to go for David Schildhouse. Fuller backing up the corner. Going to make this one roll forward. Macklin in third in that 30. Going to close in on Schildhouse. 31.26 his last lap. This time 31.20. Schildhouse and Fuller matching lap times, 31.14. And about 2 1,000ths of a second separating Schildhouse and Fuller's lap time. Schildhouse a smidgen faster. Tommy Ryan working back through the field, was your race leader at one point. And we'll see how this one will fare out for him as they come across the line this time by. Schildhouse ran a 31.13 again, 137. Fuller 31.24. Macklin a 31.28. Your race leader, the fastest driver on the racetrack, Joe Hudson. Going to close in, same concept. Eric Arnold to Tommy Ryan. Opportunity knocking for the drivers. Nick Silver in 20th now. He's got knocked back a spot here. Logan Kogar and JP Phillips had been duking it out there. Tyler Dalton looking to the inside. 18 to the 22. Door out. 98 of Charles Woods there. Rick Swavely, who's trying to get up there and get clear. Richard keeping on. Oh, 3 wide, 18. 98, 22. 98 backs out of the corner. 32 to the 22. 32 all the way to the bottom. That's Rich Swavely. He's just trying to make sure he's good. 22 to the bottom side. 18 trying to work the corner. Tyler Dalton on the bottom side. Swavely. Swavely's in a rock and a hard spot because he restarted ahead of a lot of drivers that took the wave around. But he's still got a good enough truck to be there. He just didn't have to have the situation work to his advantage. David Schildhouse, Justin Fuller, Brian Macklin. Macklin 22 the gain. Chad Coleman up 12. Harlow up 12. Brian Macklin on a good line tonight. Joe Hudson still up 23. Closing in on the 24 of Bass. Bass still holds on to Harlow's back bumper. These trucks are good. Ooh, 24 to the wall. Bass trying to flatten it down to get a little speed on the straightaways. That's not a case. There's no flare. 6 second lane, 24 corner out. 6 running up half lane higher right now. And again, we talk about the draft on these. Massive. Rick Slavely. Bobby Wetzel going at it here. Oh, baby. Somebody was on the wall there. Looked like, I think it was that the 18 of Kogar? Kogar on the wall, just a touch there. So David Schildhaus, your race leader. First driver off the lead lap, Nick Silver in the 50. 99 to the bottom. There's Tommy Ryan. Good long run truck, still trying to work his way back forward. Race winning strategy on point, 14 laps to go. A second the difference here for Justin Fuller. A good race and maximum effort, maximum performance for all these drivers. Big shout out to all of them. Thank them all very much for being out there and knocking it down. Building 1/8 of a second as Justin Fuller saved enough to be able to hard charge forward. Right now matching the lap time of the drivers ahead of him. Speed out of the corner. They work. It's David Schildhaus, your race leader, again. Laps led now 32. He finishes this race as the leader. We'll see him work. Coleman has the battle with a 30 here. Started 25th, 21 spots, throttles back up on the 30. Harlow back to 6th, has Joe Hudson in tow. Started 30th, currently 7th, 23 spots gained. It has a good hard charge. Looking to the inside on the 6, 23. Rockets down to the bottom. Harlow trying to play defense. 23 to the 6, door to door out of the corner. Hudson's fastest lap of 30.397. 154 miles an hour. 10 laps to go, 1.2 the gap. Chad Coleman. Brian Macklin, Ty Bass. Coleman 3 seconds the disadvantage right down to Schildhaus. Schildhaus saving a lot and making it work. A good run for Schildy. Untimely caution. Bringing it all out. Schildhaus is... Well, he's been looking for his first win in the Truck Series. It's second of the point standings. There's 6 top 5s and equally 6 top 10s. But looking for his first win here in the 20. And I told him he was due, right? I told him he was due. You know, I gotta stop doing it. No, I don't. I like being able to find magic in the race line, right? Schildhaus in the last couple of races has finished 4th. Finished 4th in at Kansas. Fourth at Lime Rock Park. Fourth at Legacy Charlotte, which is where we were at last week. Fourth at Talladega. And fifth at so no better finish than fourth in the field. David Schildhouse has 6 laps to go. Justin Fuller trying to track him down. The magic of racing comes down to this. David Schildhouse, 1 second the gap, 5 to go. Fuller closed in about a 0.5 that lap. Can he do more of it? To the tail end of this one, 3.2 the gap for Coleman. Bass trying to work on the 30. Go to Dorr. Down the back straightaway to 30. Has a good side draft there. He's going to double break the corner. 24 will send it around the bottom. Now block coming to pit road. Macklin to the back bumper of the 24. In the slipstream, trying to work right into the corner. Trying to play catch up. 30 down to it. 48 cleared up. That might be the glimmer of hope that Justin Fuller needs. 0.6 of a second. He gets into the corner. David Schildhouse caught lap traffic at an inopportune time. Schildhouse. 3 laps to go here in Nashville. Fuller's kept it close. And now trying to send it for the final few laps to be able to catch and pass the 20. 0.6 of a second. Fuller out of the corner. 4 car lengths separating Justin Fuller. And maybe an attempt at a last lap pass up and out of the corner. Schildhouse. We'll see the draft close in. 2 to go. 0.5 second the gap. Fuller down into the bottom, sending it. Trying to do what he can. Schildhouse up and out of the corner to the wall. Down the back straight, away they go. Back bumper. Fuller sending the corner. Downshifting for David Schildhouse. Trying to run this one ragged. Up and out. Still a 0.5 second. White flag waves. Final lap. WBD Diecast Customs. Find them on social media. Making a SIM500. We've got a race to the end. The 20 second. Pushing up and out. Schildhouse has finished no higher than 4th and is looking for his first win. And out of 3 and 4, Schildhouse got no problem with it. The children come home in victory lane here at Nashville. Phenomenal run at the end. Fuller turned it on late. Chad Coleman will finish 3rd. And the race was on. Hard charger tonight. Joe Hudson finishing 6th as he's able to clear Stephen Harlow, who's still up 10 spots. 21 spots gained for Brian Workman. But David Schildhouse, the victor here at Nashville. Race results, courtesy of SIM500.com. Schildhouse, Fuller, Chad Coleman, your top 3. Bass, Brian Macklin, your top 5. Joe Hudson, Stephen Harlow, Tommy Ryan, Eric Arnold, Tyler Dalton, your top 10. Bentley Glazer is going to be there in 11th. E.J. O'Rourke in 12th. Bryson Workman, Woods Sigmund, Roy Height, Stephen Miles will finish in 18th. He had a good, strong truck today. That contact earlier, no bueno for him. Jeff Ryan will finish in 19th. Last driver on the lead lap. First driver off the lead lap is the 50 of Nick Silver. But a good run early. And just I think part of the pit cycle is kind of everything that happened. Changed the the untimely caution change in the outset of this race. But hey, it worked out. We saw a good battle at the end as well. JP Phillips, Nelson Rivera, then JP Phillips, 21st, 22nd, Kogart 23rd. Wetzel's going to finish 24th. Rick Swavely finishes in 25th. He got caught up in all that as well. Randy Yokin, Mark Schrader, Kevin Stone, all the way through 28th. Holyfield and Pinnell in 30th. And then 31st, Knobloch, Fryery, Jorgensen Jr., some bad luck there. Montezi, Karlavage, Livingston, and Joey Chatina. Joey, I hate it for Joey because Joey, man, it always ends up in his lap, and I can't help it. Can't help it, know that it could be the coolness of it, right? I think so. I mean, that's the way I see it. All right. Let's talk to him. I'm going to talk to him. Let me talk to him. Let me make sure that's working. Let me make sure that this is working. Dang, I'll update. Kick my butt. But we're going to talk to him. We'll pull him up. David Schildhouse gets the victory here tonight. First win. Yeah. I was looking through the statistics of the Truck Series. And my friend, I haven't talked to you in a hot minute on Wednesday nights.
It's since I won the championship in the Xfinity Series. I'm pretty sure I have finished fourth.
Yeah,
four races in a row coming into tonight.
I was looking
four
at
races in a row.
I was like, he's finished no higher than fourth, and the other top five that you have was fifth, and I was like, I swear to goodness, I've talked to David since then. But it was a different series and a different race and different style. And tonight, man, congratulations. I mean, you've been due.
That's putting it lightly. I won earlier this week in the Cup Series on Monday, and I haven't won in like 3.5 months in that series. The summer stretch has just been brutal for me. It's been really bad. Like, I haven't won since that championship race on Wednesdays, and hadn't won since like June on Mondays in the Cup Series. So it's been a drought. But I broke it all open this week. One on Monday, one here tonight. Did not expect to win either of those races, but really glad that I did. This was, it was a rough start, but man, if you had told me that the key to winning this race was shifting, I would have said, why? But that was the key to winning this race, and I got to give a lot of credit to Justin Fuller, who showed me it was ready to go on shifting in that last run. I thought we had to get further in the run before we started doing it, but when he tried to pass me, I heard him hit it. I said, okay. And then I pulled away by about a half a second, and that was that.
Yeah, I always forget that this track is shiftable. For the lack of a better word, especially in the trucks. I mean, you're so out of the gas that by the time the tire wear comes in, and you're about a second off the pace of your fast laps. Once you get there, it's almost pertinent to be able to turn the truck, because then it just feels tight. Everything feels like it feels so slow.
Yeah, and really, I didn't even learn that in the first run until Justin got to me for third. And I think Tyler was downshifting, but I didn't know if it was better. And it just made all the difference. Like, it helped the truck rotate the center. It helped you get off the corner with better speed, just kept the truck more wound up. And I feel like it just took load off the right front tire and transferred it to the right rear. So it really worked in a lot of different ways. You just had to get it right. But I just didn't know that coming into this. So the other guys really showed me that was the key. And once I harnessed it, then, it was a good run to the end. But yeah, I had no idea coming into this that's what we had to do. So sometimes you just got to learn from the people around you. And when you race with really good people like I get to on Wednesday nights here in the Truck Series at SIM500, you're going to pick a thing up if you pay attention. And thankfully, I caught that one early in the race because, yeah, that made a big difference.
Man, oh, man. I mean, this was the nail biter at the end. Looked like Justin was saved a little bit to have a run with 5 to go, and he was catching it. But I mean, I tell you what, it would have taken a lot more to, one, get there, but another to pass you, because watching where the defensive line was. If you were good and you can get it done in a couple of laps, within a couple of laps, you could hold off a driver in that second lane. This track being one that is predominantly low line, it's a low line dominant racetrack. If finding a groove and being able to defend it, that's a whole different ball of wax.
Yeah, I think he was saving a little bit. He cut the lead down to about a half a second there, which is where it grew to once I started shifting. So I think he was saving a little bit, but it would have been tough to make that pass happen without putting a bumper or a door to me if he got to the inside. Like that second lane is really good to defend from. You just take a lot of risk doing that because you really got to put it on the guy's door and pinch him in that lane. And if he hits that apron, you're not going to have a good time as the truck on the outside. So I'm glad it didn't come to that. I know Justin and I would have raced it out as cleanly as possible because we always do, but it feels good to finally beat him for once. He surely has beaten the hell out of everybody in this league for most of the summer. So it's nice to tilt the scales back in my favor, both on Mondays and on Wednesdays. And hopefully this is the start of a new run for me. I got really good at finishing fourth, knocking off top fives. We're looking good in the points to make the playoffs. Like all that's fine and dandy. I just really needed the validation to win in this series. We won in Xfinity, we've won in Cup, and now I've won in Truck, which is great. Really blessed to have that kind of success against really good competition. And now we just got to keep laying it on, man. We got a while to go still, and I'm serious about this Triple Crown, Jason. I already got the Xfinity one under my belt. I want to put the Cup and the Truck one under my belt too. I think that would be the coolest thing that I could accomplish this year.
It'd be awesome. It'd be awesome to keep up on it, hear about, and we'll have to keep our ears peeled to the we'll have to put them to the train tracks and keep listening and keep watching from our point of view, our vantage point. David, it's always a pleasure, man. The children, hopefully they had fun tonight as well. Brother, give you shout outs at big old P1 tonight. I love it.
Yeah, it's good to hear your voice again, but far too long. So let's make this a more regular occurrence. But yeah. Big thank you to Splash to Go Graphics, of course, for the beautiful paint scheme, man. I love this purple truck. It looks so good, especially under the lights. So big thank you to them for making me look good out here on the track. Everyone at twitch.tv/Shieldhouse the Children. Got 2 wins this week. They're eating good. Ice cream sandwiches all around. Love that. Big thank you to everybody at oh my God, WBD Diecast. I haven't got an interview yet, so I don't even know what the hell to say in these things. Appreciate those guys for their support of the series. God, I'm sorry. And big thank you to you, Jason, Signature Esports, for covering everything as always. That's how you know I'm rusty, man. It's been so long, I don't even know who to shout out in these things. But this is great, man. Great week. Really happy. And let's do this again about this time next week. What do you say?
I like it. I like it. It's Michigan next week, so get out there and get that draft on.
Hell yeah, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Always. It's David Shieldhouse, folks, coming home in victory lane here tonight. We'll throw him down there with those guys so we can. Oh, he's gonna bounce. But man, what a race! And we'll talk to current points leader here tonight, Justin Fuller, coming on P2 and not without a hard charge at the end. Led 10 laps. Had the truck and track position. David was able to get around. He said he learned from you how to run this track at the end of this thing.
I mean, I was learning on the fly myself. Kind of got some information that there was people in the back shifting, so I tried it, and I was like, well, that kind of worked. So I didn't exactly know when to try on that last run, just I was like, I'm just gonna give it a shot as soon as I get under him, and I nicked the apron, and I just lost my momentum. And then he started shifting. So at that point, I blew my shot at that. So it's unfortunate, but it's a shame that we even had to shift to begin with, I guess.
I mean, this was a track, and I forgot that was a factor in the trucks on this racetrack. I was talking about it in my pre-race and just how slow in the corner you have to be and how methodical of keeping the defense on. Early in the race, it's aggression fueled by just the drive into the corner. It runs like a short track, but has the speed of the intermediates.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the track. It's not my favorite, but it's unique in its own ways, and and how you got to run it. Just That's just a shame that we have other gear options, but iRacing puts us in the real world gear, and it's not it doesn't work. So they should open that gear up and let us choose our own. But because we have probably 400 RPM to play with at the end of the straightaways in fourth gear. So, um, but I mean, it's still a fun track if people pull their heads out of their butts and we get green flag racing like we did at the end. Um, Really is a shame we had that caution in the middle of the green flag run, but or green flag pit stops, I should say. I was getting ready to pit the next time by. Had I had known they were going to wreck, I would have pitted right in front of David. That way, I could have had the lead. But it is what it is.
If it was, I was talking about just the opportunity. I mean, only a lap difference on tires. When it came down to it, but um, the trucks that you're talking about, the gear ratio in these trucks, it would be interesting to have the especially on a fixed setup, having the steering ratio and the gear ratio opened up. I mean, when it comes to tire pressures and things like that, I understand why that's it's just an open, plus the spring rates and all that stuff. Um, but I mean, it used to be when they first released this track, the trucks would wrap out all the way, and it kind of made me wonder why it would why they would shorten that up.
I'm not really sure. It would be kind of cool to open the gear up on a fixed setup and let us choose our own, or at least give us a range, kind of like they do with the steering ratios. So it could just all come down to a preference or and stuff like that, and maybe a gear fits somebody else's driving style. But um, I don't know. It's just it's not fun when you have to when you know you're shifting in something you shouldn't have to shift in. So
Right.
um, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm over here dejected over a P2, but I mean, it is what it is. I still had fun tonight. I had a chance at it and just needed that clean air. That's all I really needed, or I needed 5 more laps just to get to David because he definitely burned his stuff up a little bit harder each run because I was able to get by him before the green flag stops, and I was definitely reeling him in there at the end. I made a couple mistakes. If that didn't happen, maybe there's a different story, and I'm there at the end. But uh, nonetheless, let's just come out here, go P2. I don't know how many top fives this is this season. I know we got the points lead, so hopefully we keep building on that and carry this into the playoffs.
That is 10 top five, sir, of the races being counted. So it is that's pretty fantastic.
I'll take it. 10 top fives and 10 races that are counted. So I can't be too upset with that.
Heck no, two polls, including tonight, and you have the best average driver rating out there, 111.11. Fantastic race. I mean, I'm cheering you on. Let's go. That's kind of the way it is. I know that you're so good at these trucks. I know that in the Xfinity series, you were pushing hard there, just trying to see the vice versa of what Schildhouse was doing to what you're doing here in this truck series. It's your knowledge that we pick up on, and it's your forte that we like to see at the end of the day, because you're not done winning because there's more races to have.
Oh, for sure. There's definitely a couple tracks I have scheduled or circled, and the trucks are definitely in my wheelhouse. They've always have been all the way back to 2K3. So I don't know why. I think it's just because they're a momentum-based vehicle, and it's kind of the way I drive is just easy into the corner and getting that momentum and making the straightaway as long as possible. So I do think that's what plays into my hand with the trucks more than anything. But um, yeah, we're not done winning. We got some good tracks coming up for us, and we still got I don't know what 12 races to go. So
Mhm.
see if we can cook off a couple more.
I like it. All right, brother. You got a P2 tonight. Give a shout out. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks to you putting on the broadcast. Thanks to SIM500. All that's what they do. Thanks to everybody that watched. Thanks to WBD Diecast for sponsoring the series. Thanks to my teammates at Aftermath Motorsports. Thanks to Trey Edson for always keeping me good looking on the racetrack. Looking forward to next week at Michigan. That's going to be a getting line fest, but nonetheless, we'll go there, just have some fun, see if we can carry the momentum on, and make this the best season I've ever had in anything. Definitely got one of those going right now. So, talking to you almost every week, so that's positive, I suppose. And we'll see if we can keep that up.
I like it. I like consistency. that's
Same.
what I that's what I like. If I'm talking to the same people every week, and then I've got more stats to build on my end as well. So Justin, congratulations, brother. As always, we'll see you next week. And man, oh man, P2 is nothing wrong with it, man.
Nope, nothing wrong with it at all. But hey, have a good week. We'll see you next time.
That's it. Justin Fuller coming on P2 tonight. And last but not least, Chad Coleman giving us a little look at the old Ford number 38 coming on P3. Chad, welcome. Brother, this was a race where you were, such a good long run truck, and there at the end, just too much of a gap to be able to get to Fuller and Schildhouse. But what a run you had tonight.
Yeah, I done a normal. I qualified about in the middle, which I usually do, which I suck qualifying. But we missed it, right? Drove up to 6th or 7th. Pit stops happened, and then some guys got together, caused a caution about 2-3 laps before, well, about a lap or two before we were going to pit because I was about out of fuel. So then we got the line up right there behind Fuller and David, but they just short run. They took off. I didn't have anything short run speed to stay with them. Me and Macklin just kind of fell back off of them, and then right there towards the end with about, I don't know, 30, well, no, not 30, probably 20 laps to go, kind of equalized to what they were running, got by Macklin, and that's where we finished. I think, I mean, I had, if it had been straight up tonight, probably finished around 6th, 7th, 8th, somewhere right in there, because I know Tommy was really good tonight. So that caution kind of screwed Tommy real good with him just pitting and coming off pit road. He got trapped right there, tail end, but so he had to take the wave. But other than that, it was all right. Pretty good race. Not it cleaned up right there at the end. We had a bunch of cautions at the beginning. I was like, damn, this is gonna be rough, but it cleaned up right there. About 30 laps in, and it ran out pretty good.
I thought after the green flag pit stops, it was going to be good to see where the cycle, because right where you would have needed to pit, you put it on lap 69. The race line was starting to spread out enough that I think that those couple of lap fresher tires could have made a bigger difference. At the end of this, just seeing how everybody was stacking backwards. I mean, I watched drivers who came in on 62 who stayed out after getting back. I mean, they were back on the lead lap, but they stayed out and they dropped a lap down toward the end of this one. So, 5 or 6 lap fresher tires on this racetrack was interesting to watch. How much fall off it actually happened.
Yeah, and that was the whole thinking behind everything too. I noticed as that first run went, after it cleaned up right there, and we got some laps in of how where the fall off was and kind of where we stacked out. And I was like, well, we're not that bad. I know Jorgensen was behind us because for whatever reason he didn't qualify, but I know he pitted. He would have probably finished in front of us, but that's the reason why I was staying out right there, is just so I could have the freshest tire there at the end. That way I could try to run my way back up through there and try to finish about where I thought I should have been, anywhere from, 6th, somewhere between 6th and 10th. But we called a caution at the right time, and luckily, usually I'm on the other end of that deal. But we had a little luck go our way tonight, so we shook out about 3-4 spots better than what we should have been, and we'll take it.
Sometimes you have to yeah, you have to give it to the iRacing gods every once in a while. Sometimes untimely cautions. You were talking about going the wrong way, but what I saw tonight out of you was the determination to be able to get around drivers when you needed to, and nothing but just skill. I mean, there was some skill involved tonight that I was watching. It was fun to watch, and I mean, hell, you put on a damn good show.
It was fun. It's good racing around people that you can trust to mostly trust to race hard like that. I mean, me and Macklin last 2 weeks just ran into each other, so I still trust him for the most part though. But yeah, we've had some pretty good races over the years just between me and him. But yeah, is man, the in the truck was just way. It seemed like it was way down on RPMs, and the setup was tight, so it was hard to do anything with it. And then just so really the only way I could find to fix that is I started shifting.
That was the same thing Justin said, and it, like I was talking to those guys in their driver interviews. It was I forget that this is a racetrack that even on the fixed setup, you get 40, 50 laps in, you have to shift. You know, when they first came out with this racetrack and you know, they had the setup where you could wrap, you know, you would wrap your RPMs getting into turn one. And Fuller said the same thing. He said that, you know, they're running such a different gear ratio that you have about 400 RPM to play with in this race.
Oh yeah, man, this thing's a pig center off. Like, it's tight, and then the fact we're racing at night, which the track's always going to be tighter at that point. Mm-hmm. So there was little to no rotation in the truck at all. And then you couple that with the thing just lugging off the corner, no matter which corner, 2 or 4, it would just lug. So it wasn't really a speed thing. It was just the drop into the third, help it like kick itself a little kick rear end just a little bit, and you stand in the gas and you gain about 2 of those 400 RPMs back that I feel like the truck was off, and it just kind of pulls its ass out of the hole. But I mean, that's about it. It really didn't serve any other purpose. Like that's just it. Just trying to drag it out of the hole.
Trying to manage and maintain. So, hey, you know what? At least it was something that everybody was able to figure out, and it was a good way to be able to utilize consistency at the end. Chad, you did a great job. P3 tonight. It's always I'm always glad to have a chance to get to talk to you. This was a fun race to call, man. So like I'm all for it, brother.
Yeah, thanks, man. We enjoy you doing the broadcast and everything too. So thanks for all that. Well, we get time during the week. Don't have much of that lately. We get time during the week. You know, if I'm bored and there's nothing on, we'll go back and watch some of this stuff. And we'll go on to the next one wherever. I don't know where trucks race next, but we'll go there and see if we can climb 2 more steps.
I like it. Michigan's next, and then we get into some bigger. Well, I say bigger tracks. Some tracks that I think are going to be a whole lot of fits for the racing field. So, it's been a great season. I mean, you're looking at the playoffs, you know. So I mean, that's a step in the right direction. So we got Michigan, Pocono, Darlington, then IRP, Chicagoland, and Atlanta. So we've got a whole slew of different racetracks coming up.
Yeah, normally I'd look forward to Pocono, but man, we ran an official race there probably about a month or 2 ago, whenever the official series was at Pocono. Man, Pocono in the truck was not good, but we'll go there and make the best out of it. Hopefully we'll go to Michigan. Maybe maybe that setup be free up there. We'll just have some good old brawl.
I'm hoping that as well, just because, you know, I mean, the truck does. I mean, you don't have the single file racing that sometimes you see at Michigan. So it'd be nice to see, you know, being able to be free and being able to pass and being able to turn the truck into the corner.
Yeah, and Michigan, that's the big thing. if the truck will turn in, turn center, and then it don't matter what it does off. As long as it'll turn in and turn center, you can race all over.
Love to see it. Chad, give you shout outs, man. You got a P3 finish. Always a pleasure to get a chance to talk to you, man.
Oh yeah, like I was saying before, just thank you with the broadcast and everything, and all the people down there in the channel with us tonight. It was I think it was me and the Ryans and JP. Kevin didn't show up tonight. I don't know where he was at, but he wasn't here. So just thank them for showing up, having somebody to talk to, and we'll go on to next week.
All right, Chad. Much love, brother. I appreciate you, and thank you very much as well for having us on board. Love to see it.
Yeah, thanks, man.
That's Chad Coleman coming on P3 tonight as we work through some awesome sauce. He'll pop himself where he needs to go. And the race was, I mean, we had some cautions, and we had an untimely caution, but you never know when a caution is going to come out. You never know when things are going to happen. And you never know what the race is gonna entail. This was a fun race, and I did enjoy it, and I'm gonna continue to enjoy it because that's just what I do. It is always what I do, and we like to see more things progress the way that we've been able to see it. So this was a lot of fun, folks. As always, thank you to SIM500. Thank you to Lunatic Designs. Thank you to Chop Shop Racing, of course, for being our driver cams. Thank you to Matt Allen eSports. I didn't speak of him today, but I got distracted with a few things, so apologies about that. But also thank you to everybody out there for being on board with what we've got going on. We appreciate you. Much love and all that jazz. I'm gonna fix the microphone, and we're gonna work on getting something taken care of today. If not tonight, it'll be first thing in the morning. So the stream will be down. It won't be up overnight like it has been the last couple of days, and we'll get it worked on. So gotta get this microphone situation figured out right now. So much love. Be good, be safe, be kind of one of the most important factor of life. We'll see you soon. Peace.